Wondering what you think of Mitch Trubisky for this Niners next year.
I like Mitch. I do like Mitch. He's cool. He's not developed. Here's the thing. I feel like he fits the system. He can move. He can throw on the run. He's kind of like Ryan Tannehill. But I've kind of convinced myself that Kyle Shanahan really can't develop quarterbacks. That he's just a little too demanding, a little too negative, a little too unwilling to adapt his scheme to help a young quarterback. He's much better with a quarterback who's in his 30s, who's been developed, who's not going to get any better and just needs the help of a good scheme and a good running game. I think that's what that's what he does best. He did that with Matt Ryan. So I think that's what's going to end up happening is the Niners should end up getting a guy like, not Trubisky. Trubisky needs to be developed. They need a guy like Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton's not exciting, but he's been to 3 Pro Bowls. He is who he is. He's been on some awful teams. Put him on a loaded team with Kyle Shanahan. He's okay. I mean, he's probably better than okay. Now, you could do a lot better than Andy Dalton, but I think that's how you start. You get a quarterback like Andy Dalton, pay him $3 million and be like, okay, now we're at the Andy Dalton level. Let's see if we can get a little bit better from there. And the answer isn't giving 27 to Jimmy G, because I don't really think there's a difference between Andy Dalton and Jimmy G. You put Jimmy G on the Cowboys last year, he would have struggled. Sorry, keep going.
What do you think about Tyrod Taylor as like a possible bridge quarterback for like 10 games or a year?
He's okay. You would prefer him to Andy Dalton?
I don't know. I mean, Andy Dalton has a better track record, but I don't know.
Tyrod Taylor runs around more. He gets hurt more. Andy Dalton throws a nice ball. I would lean Andy Dalton, but yeah, it's kind of the same thing. You're talking like long time NFL quarterbacks with experience and are cheap. I just feel like, I don't know. I guess if you want the mobile quarterback, you go Tyrod. It's a tough one. I would go Andy. I don't know.
Just one more thing.
Sure.
In one of your videos a few weeks back, I think it was Nick was talking about potentially getting Curtis Samuel because Debo gets hurt so frequently and Curtis kind of can do the same thing, but not quite as well. You think that's like an actual possibility?
It might be a possibility.
Or do we not have the cap space?
I don't think they have the cap space. Shanahan loves drafting and signing wide receivers. It's his favorite position. So I don't know. He just can't stop. But to me, I wouldn't sign wide receivers. I would draft wide receivers and let them walk and trade them. I would do what Pittsburgh does. Pittsburgh just drafts a wide receiver every year. And if you have a great quarterback, the quarterback makes the wide receiver, and you just keep drafting them. So, no, I wouldn't sign Curtis Samuel. I'd let some other team pay him. I would draft a wide receiver that you can get good ones after pick 50 in the draft. You can get them in round 3 every year. Terry McLaurin, Chase Claypool, these guys are there every year. So no, I think philosophically, I wouldn't be paying receivers. I wouldn't be paying tight ends. I'd be paying, cornerbacks, linebackers, safeties, offensive linemen, things you have to get, things that are hard to replace and things that aren't too expensive. Otherwise, just keep drafting.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Grant.
All right, Caleb.